Hello Year 7. This is a short video talking you through Monday the 15th of February's lesson. I'm actually at a conference today, so I will pop in and take the role and ensure that you've understood how to complete the lesson today. These activities will carry on until Tuesday. And once I've done that and set you off, then you will complete the activities at your own pace, and I will see you again Tuesday morning first thing. So what you will find is that this document that I'm just showing you on my screen here is in your files in Teams, and it will be linked in the posts. And this video is also in the post, which is where you found it. This is your first Year 7 remote learning lesson. So I just want to go through some of the expectations and how this is going to work. So you've joined today's lesson by responding to my meeting request. When I hit the Meet Now button, you can join the meeting. You mustn't join the meeting before that. And I just want to go through a few rules that I'm sure are unnecessary because you've behaved so beautifully in class so far that I expect that will transition straight to the remote learning world. But I do feel the need to just go through these so that everybody's clear on the expectations. So some of the rules to keep us in a very positive learning environment and to ensure that everybody has the best opportunity to learn, these rules must be considered and followed by everybody. First thing is that your lessons are in Teams, and I'm sure that you've also got your timetable as well. Lessons will start at the same time, but they will finish 5 minutes earlier. And that's for you to prepare to go and grab a drink, to go to the toilet and prepare for your next lesson. Okay, to move around a little tiny bit between lesson 1 and 2, for example. The posts in Teams. So I will post a lesson. I will post your homework in the general posts in the Year 7 Science for 7H. That is an area where you can collaborate and you can talk to me and your fellow students in 7H who are working on science projects with you. It's not a place to say hello. It's not the place to write silly messages. So make sure that I will delete those, but I'll also make a note of students who are doing that and have at first opportunity, I'll have a chat with you, and then it will become more serious if we have repeated behaviours, and I'm sure that we won't. Please note that your lessons will be recorded. That enables other students to watch the lesson if they're absent. It allows you to go back and watch the lesson at a later date. And we do monitor your attendance throughout the lesson. Okay, so you must stay in the lesson. You are allowed to leave if I instruct you to do so, but you need to rejoin whenever you're asked to do so as well. Ensure that you are maintaining the behaviour that you would show me in the classroom. So those 58 minutes, or really it's 53 minutes now, are really important that you concentrate during that time. And then you get an opportunity to let yourself relax a little at recess and lunchtime, but those lessons are still as serious and as important as they would be at school. If you do miss a lesson, you need to catch up on those activities yourself, and feel free to message me if you're not clear about what happened in the classroom. Usually I recommend that you actually have a look at the posts to see if the information's already there for you. You must not mute anybody or remove anybody from a remote learning lesson. The consequences of that are quite serious. It's disrupting other people's learning. And again, I don't expect that you will do that, but just to let you know that you're not allowed to. I can turn those privileges off. I don't usually, but if I need to, I will. At the end of the lesson, you must leave the class and not stay on and use that as an opportunity to chat. That's it for the rules. Let's move on to the actual science learning. So on Monday and Tuesday, Monday lesson 2, I think. I'm at a conference, as I've said, but I will be there to take the role and to ensure that everybody knows what they need to do. And I will be able to jump, I hope, into your lesson if needed. And you can certainly message me and I'll see that on my iPad and I can respond to you as I'm in my conference lectures. So don't feel like you've been left alone. But I do think that most of the information that you need, if not all of it, is here in this document and in the video. So do your absolute best to find the answer to your question before you ask me. It's a really big step in independent learning, but I think you're ready. Let's have a look at what you need to do on Monday and Tuesday. So in Monday's lesson, you really do need to make sure that you've completed everything I left you for Thursday when I was doing my large practical. I set you some Education Perfect activities. Now, there was one on the Bunsen burner. There was an activity on science equipment that you've already done in the laboratory. So you did that with me. There are some safety Education Perfect activities. And also there was a homework activity due Tuesday about careers in science. First thing to do is make sure that you completed all of those. Once you've done that, pages 6 and 7 in your workbook, I would like you to complete on pen and paper. Remember that you have the Jacaranda textbook in your files in Teams. You'll find that whole textbook with a whole chapter all about working scientifically, and you'll find lots of information about science equipment. If you're not sure, you'll be able to find it in that PDF document. Once you've done the Education Perfect and you've done pages 6 and 7, which might take you the whole lesson, but if it doesn't, please log on to this link here, and again you'll find this document in your files. I want you to go to Quizlet and make an account using your school email, and I would use your school login as well, so you remember your password, so you remember what it is. And make a Quizlet account. Now, Quizlet is a cue card app or website that actually helps you or supports you in learning key terminology. And you can build decks of cue cards and actually test yourself and test your knowledge in preparation for tests and assessments and things. Many of my Year 12 students use it, and if you set up an account now in Year 7, you're likely to use it all the way through school. So step 1 is to go to this link and click on the yellow sign up button. I wonder if I have it here. Here we go. Oh, it's just under my face up there. There's a yellow sign up. Once you've signed up to it, you can actually create yourself a study set. And that's your mission for Monday, and we'll move into Tuesday. Let's just go back to the document. What is your study set going to be about? Well, it's science equipment and the Bunsen burner. So if you can use the list of apparatus on page 6, you can actually build yourself a set of cue cards that you can use to test yourself on science equipment and science terminology in this topic of science. So if you go, let's see if I can find my Quizlet. If you go to create a new study set, you can give your study set a title up here. So for example, I might give it Zev. If I'm trying to learn your names, I might call my study set 7H names. And then as you go down here, perhaps I'm trying to learn a term such as Bunsen burner. You can see that it actually pops up with some suggestions. It's already guessed that I'm trying to type Bunsen burner. It's corrected my spelling. Bunsen always has a capital B because it's a name. And then it offers some opportunities or offers some possible definitions. So you can choose your favourite one out of these 3. So I'm going to say used to heat substances. And one tip I would highly recommend in this topic is that you add an image. So let's go for this one. And now what you've done is you've built one cue card within a Quizlet set, and you can use that forever. Okay, so that's how to use Quizlet. And when you've done all of the terms on page 6, all of the piece of science equipment, you can press this big create button down at the bottom, and then that's saved within your account. And you can then use it. Let's go back to my library. I'm going to show you my Year 8 energy. What you can do is you can learn these terms by saying to yourself, do I know what energy means? Seeing if you can remember the definition, and then flipping the card over. Just by pressing the card there, and energy is the ability to do work. So you can then go to the next card. Do I know what joules are? Well, that's the unit of measurement that we use to measure energy. So there we go. So you can do that. You can learn. There are learning activities in there. There are spelling activities, and there are also some tests. And that's something that we're going to use on Tuesday. So I'll just go back to our document here. So make yourself a Quizlet. So sign up to the Quizlet website. Make yourself a science equipment study set. Add the terms. Choose the definitions that you want. Add images all the way through. And then you have completed the lesson, and I will see you on Tuesday, and we will touch base and see how much progress you made, and we will start to prepare for a short assessment on science equipment and the Bunsen burner later on in the week or early next week. Okay, well done, Year 7.